Hello dear traders, I'm Anna Kasatkina and you're watching the weekly review of Forex and stock markets from InstaForexx. Last Friday, the US stock market extended its record run on the news about better-than-expected GDP growth in the USA. The indicator demonstrated the best performance in 2 years. The US economy accumulated 4.1% in the third quarter amid stronger consumer spending and business investments. The Dow Jones Industrial Index closed at the peak level, marking the third successive week of growth. On Friday, the indicator added 0.3% to 16,221.14 points. At the end of the week, it grew by 3%. Thus, the blue chip index ended the last week record high since September the 13th. The S&P 500 could also reach a new maximum. The indicator increased by 0.5% to 1,818.32 points, closing the week higher by 2.4%. The high-technology Nasdaq jumped by 1.2% to settle at 4,104.74 points. The weekly growth was 2.6%. Drew Wilson, investment analyst at Fenimore Asset Management, noted that now when the budget debates, Obamacare talks, government debt ceiling and last week Fed's meeting, the events that used to worry markets a lot, are behind, investors may focus on fundamental data. He also added that revised GDP growth in the USA reinforced perceptions that the US economy is getting better, thus encouraging the traders. Earlier last week, the US stock indices were in uptrend as investors deciphered the Fed's decision as a sign of the US economic strength. Several huge corporations provided markets with their financial reports on Friday, just before the trading session start. Thus, the BlackBerry shares lost in value initially after the company reported a more significant loss for the third quarter than it was expected. However, the securities grew by 15.5% as the corporation announced the beginning of the 5-year strategic cooperation with Foxconn, which is aimed at creation of cell phones for Indonesian consumers and other rapidly developing markets. Meanwhile, the Walgreen Company papers went down during the first half of the trading session, but then rebounded to edge up by 3.7% amid promising news that the drugstore chain's revenues matched the analysts' expectations. So the company's earnings rose to $695 million or 72 US cents per share from $413 million or 43 US cents per share a year ago. Chief Executive Greg Warson said that such a result was achieved due to increased sales of generics. This was the latest weekly review of Forex and stock markets prepared for you by our InstaForexx team. Thank you and goodbye.